So like you right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports, that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out and say no.
No, and I appreciate
but like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. So that's easy to call out, the unfairness of that.
Why is it you were able to clean it up for Xi Jinping, but you
that
can't
was
clean
you
it up?
guys. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. By the way, you guys weaponized that. I saw that on 25 things. It was the most ridiculous. That was you know what? I will happily revert back to your
Can I have the streets as clean as Xi Jinping?
In this case, weaponized.
Can I
weaponized.
Can I get the Xi Jinping
It was
streets
ridiculous.
back?
Give me a break.
No, but Governor, with all due respect, I saw a beautiful picture of San Francisco that looked like Singapore.
By the way,
and then Xi Jinping leaves and the Walking Dead come back.
By the way, it was APAC. You had dozens and dozens of foreign leaders. And California is not San Francisco, but I am the governor of California, not the mayor of California, not the mayor of San Francisco.
You were the mayor, but I just want to understand, why is it that we have to clean it up? But you have to admit, it's emblematic of something that if enough important people show up, it can get clean. So why not make it clean all the time?
I immediately, no BS, thought about you, who's just 24/7 flooding the zone, owning this space, every day getting a convert, every day picking up 1, 2, 10,000 folks, continuing the momentum, coming out of this damn election. And then I'm thinking about, we're going to stand back and watch you run circles around us for 6 months, the next 2 or 3 years, waiting for the moment to finally strike. Struck me as not necessarily the best advice, and it's not a knock on Carville, who I have deep respect for. What's your thoughts?
That's okay. So I don't have to. He's right about one thing in the last 40 years. It's economy is stupid, and boy, he spent down that one line pretty amazingly. Yeah, I hope you guys retreat.
You kind of like the
more
advice.
For us. There's no opposition. There's no activist spark. You guys are posting these cringe videos on social media.
What are the videos? What are the ones that
I don't know.
This
cringy? Like harmonious thing of like 22 senators all saying the same
you
thing.
Didn't like that, yeah.
I didn't like it. Go ahead. Go do more of that.
What do you do?
Please.
But what do you do? Seriously, Charlie Kirk, give us some advice.
Get better ideas, Governor.
He might win, bro.
Win what?
What?
The Democrat
primary?
Yeah, I don't know. He's pretty unpopular in California as well. I don't know. Like right now, on the Democrat side, I have no idea. You know who I think has a better chance? Jasmine.
Jasmine who? I'm going to keep it 100.
Nah.
If he keep talking like
Y'all
that.
don't think so?
If he keep doing stuff like this, he might actually be able to
the stuff I see about Jasmine Crockett on X from Democrats right now, they talking about she's a warrior. She's our only fighter. She's the best we have. Only one standing up. I'm like, what? This is the best y'all got?
She's never been a governor or nothing, though. For them, I don't know.
Kamala wasn't.
Right now. She lost.
Hold on. So you think they're going to put her out there for a primary?
I mean, she might.
I
think she'll run, yeah. If her popularity
Jasmine Crockett.
I think her and AOC have a chance of running. Bro, they're popular.
She's not.
It's literally about who's the most popular in your party. How do you think they made Kamala win? They didn't make her a good candidate. They made her popular.
I promise you.
But she didn't have to run. She didn't have to win a primary.
I might be
an
asshole.
But like,
they're not going to win if they do that.
She was not. They hated her.
They have actual 0% chance of
if they put Jasmine or AOC up there.
The women in power movement might go.
They say it's gonna be her and Tim Walz.
It's not happening.
They said it's gonna be her and Tim Walz. That's what they said. Dead ass.
Come on, bro.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Tim Walz, president, she VP.
Hey, bro. They just not gonna allow that shit, bro.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
They can just lose again.
They gonna get cooked.
And the only dark-skinned woman that'll ever get out there is Candace Owens.
Wow.
Actually,
we don't know that.
Well, not the
I doubt it.
woman. That's the
I doubt
that's
it.
one
She
of
got
the
two
only women.
babies.
Well, maybe one of our babies, but the rest of them niggas, they done.
Wow.
They said one of our babies. I respect that.
You signed a law where school districts can't even tell parents if their kids are trans.
Not true.
Okay,
untrue.
Okay, then.
No, they can. They just can't get fired for not doing that. And it wasn't just trans.
Fired for not.
The law was explicit. Said you can't be fired for not snitching on a kid, not just for being trans, for being gay. And my point is, how in the hell?
But shouldn't the parents know?
They have every.
Wait, is
by the
telling
way,
parents snitching?
No, the
was.
teachers themselves
They say
have the
snitching.
right. The law is they can do that. They can do that. We're not saying you can't do that. We're saying you shouldn't be fired if you choose not to say Johnny was talking about liking some other boy.
That's a charitable reading. The other
it's
way
not charitable. It's actual.
Let me
the
tell
freedom not to.
Let me tell you
snitch.
the other way to say this: that a
not
teacher,
snitching,
of
it's
course,
parents.
should be fired if you don't notify a parent of what's happening to their kid. Of course, they should be terminated for that.
If on health and safety, shouldn't they be teaching? I want these kids to teach. I want these teachers to teach. And by the way, if they feel like the health or safety of the kid, they have a responsibility to communicate. They still can. By the way, we're not telling these teachers they can't. We're saying they won't be fired if they don't look around and say in the recess there were 2 boys. Why didn't you see that? You're fired. You should have said something because they're talking about
2 different things. But there of course should be a penalty measure, whether it be termination or whatever, if a teacher withholds information from a parent. Because what you're saying is that there's no way to hold them accountable. So you're saying you're
accountable to what though? Accountable to 2 kids talking about the fact that
this is
talking about subject matter. All of a sudden now we have to have teachers policing
I think,
speech or conversations.
I think you would
even
agree, Governor. That is an over extreme example. What we're talking about.
No, but the extreme example. This was
so if Billy get the Aquarius or Tuggy in the back of the slide,
or if their parents come in there and say, "Have my kids been doing some strange stuff at school? They've been giving me weird behaviors. I just want to know, have you been seeing anything?" And the teacher's just going to say, "No, that's a problem."
And we see Billy hit the Aquarius with the.
That's a great example. That was a great example you just used. That was a phenomenal example.
We just saw the stats that trans people often have mental health issues. So if your kids have mental health issues at school, the teachers don't have to.
I understand the safety of the kid because some kids might get their ass whooped to eternity. Because so
who's supposed to raise the kids? The parents or the teachers?
That teachers are being friends with the students.
Because some gay people would like that. They're like, don't tell my parents because it's just gonna cause hell in my house.
That's fair.
Okay,
I saw that kind of.
Well, one time I got in trouble at school, and if they called my parents, it was gonna cause hell at my house.
But if you get caught for talking or something, that's hell in your house for a week. If you get caught for tugging the Aquarius at recess, you're not gonna go outside for 30 years.
Okay, but put yourself in the parents' shoes. You were in the kids' shoes there. Put yourself in the parents' shoes.
I'm just not gonna lie, bro. If my kid was end up doing some gay stuff at school, I'm gonna keep it 100. I would. Oh, that's tough, bro. Cause I'm gonna be very upset for a long time. What should I just? Cause he's gonna be gay anyway. Can I stop it then and now?
You should.
Can I stop it? Maybe. Probably not.
Maybe.
So either
it's a kid. He has think about
forever,
it. Their mind is not.
Or
this is that doesn't make any sense though, bro.
No, they're children, bro. Children doesn't know who he is yet.
And so
you can't.
If a 7-year-old maybe thinks he's gay, there's probably a pretty good chance that he might not be gay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
7-year-olds think they can fly. There's 7-year-olds. What about the furries? So if a kid is a furry at school, he's gonna get in trouble at home for that.
I understand that.
That doesn't make sense. I don't give a damn. Sorry, to get in trouble for being gay.
If I kiss a girl at school, should I tell?
The parents should be notified.
Yeah. So then that's the case.
Sexualness at school should be notified to the parents.
100%.
If we're talking and that's the logic, then yes, then that should be told.
I think you would even agree, Governor. That is an over extreme example. What we're talking about.
No, but the extreme example. This was a solution in search of a problem.
What we're talking about is which happens a lot, unfortunately, is if a young girl says that, hey, I want to transition, and the teacher accommodates and affirms it, and the parent doesn't even know. I have met parents like that in the state.
I heard Trump, and then they come back and they're a boy or something. There's so much extreme.
I will say, and we don't have to, we don't have to wrestle too much on this topic. But you guys will lose on these topics, and you might disagree.
But I'm one of those guys, and Charlie, I appreciate, and I by the way appreciate the civility which we're engaged in this conversation sincerely. I don't mind losing. Sometimes you lose on principle. It's one of those things. Everything's not political. Is the point. And sometimes the principle, and by the way, mad respect for you on abortion and same-sex marriage. You feel
where
the same
American
way.
people don't agree with me.
Exactly, and I admire that on principle. But for me, it's not just political, and I appreciate you making that point. I deeply am mindful of the politics of this, which are very unhelpful.
Okay, I just
personally, it's unhelpful. More broadly, professionally, the Democratic Party and our brand. And one of the reasons, to your point, the Democratic Party brand has just been crushed.
And so your self-awareness is helpful to know, because it is deeply unpopular, and I think that is an ascendant political force,
right?
That is not going away.
No, I appreciate, but I also appreciate you hold deeply unpopular beliefs.
Of course I do, but
but you're not running for office.
I'm not going to run for president as a moderate.
When you go to college. When you go to colleges, it's a lot of people cheering for Charlie. Not too many people want to get him.
I would say Charlie wouldn't have a bad chance.
Oh, he definitely would.
Maybe he's young,
he's
but
super based.
Last night, trying to put my son to bed, he's like, "No, Dad, what time? What time's Charlie going to be here? What time?" And I'm like, "Dude, you're in school tomorrow." He's 13. He's like, No. This morning, wakes up at 6 something. He's like, "I'm coming." I'm like, he literally would not leave the house.
Did you let him take off school?
No, he did. Of course not. He's not here for a good reason. But the point is
you canceled school for like 2 years. The point
is the point. which is you are making a damn dent.
Thanks.
The governor of California's son is a fan of Charlie Kirk. Like that blew my mind, guys.
See, he just revealed his game plan. This is what he's trying to do. He's trying to get it like into podcasting so he can have a voice in the Democrat Party.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that he's not the right guy for that.
I mean,
he's so liberal. Like if he like the fact that he brought Charlie on and was agreeing with what Charlie was saying just shows you that he's full of shit.
Yeah, it does.
Like
have
his
to do
state is
something.
the most liberal state. Like there's so many problems in his state. You bring on one of the most influential conservative voices and behind one of the biggest conservative movements, and you talking about, oh, I agree with you there. I agree with you there.
Well,
and
he's
then,
probably
like,
trying to show unity, though. You know, a little bit.
bro. But like,
You know, other
I
Democrats don't. We had never seen another Democrat sit down and really talk to a Republican
That's
like
right.
that.
That's a fact.
I respect that.
I would
fact.
actually respect this, to be
But
honest
I
with
don't
you.
respect your son being a Charlie Clerk fan, and you're like this. I don't. Well, how do you allow your son to?
it's because his son, he realizes that like
Grifter.
what Charlie Kirk is doing is revolutionary. Like he got the campuses turned.
Yeah, I think Gavin's a grifter, bro.
I think he is too, and I think that he's doing this because he saw like the results of the election and how the podcast and the media, the alternative
100%.
media, has such an
100%.
impact. It's like her not going on Joe Rogan. R.I.P. You're not winning.
100%.
That is right.
That's the same point I was trying to
Gavin's
make.
cooked, guys. Hey, he has the most moved from state in America. He's done.
And it's
no way
to
you
keep
can-
it 100. If we're going off, what's the most beautiful state in America? It's
Florida.
California. If we're looking, they got mountains, they got beach, except for the people
got
there.
desert.
If there was no people there,
Off the numbers,
if we're just going off looks, no people.
I'm voting Tim. I'm voting Tim Walz over Charlie. Over not
No,
Charlie.
no,
I'm
no,
voting
no,
Tim
no.
Walz over Gavin.
We're talking
No,
about
I'm not.
states.
We're not talking about that.
You vote Tim Walz over him?
Over Gavin.
Tim Walz a
Nah.
fucking pussy.
Yeah, I would vote for
I'm not voting for that fucking pussy.
Minnesota
I would
is really
never.
good.
I don't give a
Sometimes.
bro.
But
I'm gonna
that's
keep
because
it-
no
I'm
one
gonna
wants
keep
to
it
live
100.
there 'cause it's
They-
cold.
Minnesota lets illegal immigrants go to college for free. I'm not voting for that extremely liberal fucking pussy.
No one wants to live there,
I
bro.
refuse.
It's one of the
I will
states no one wants
vote.
to live
I will
in.
vote for someone like Gavin Newsom over Tim Walz purely off the fact that he's more of a man to me. Like I'm like yeah, he
Yeah,
stays
but-
liberal and shit, but at least he a man. Tim Walz is a pussy. I'm not voting for no pussy. Let's dust ourselves up and pick
I don't
ourselves
know who-
off.
I guess.
Hell no.
They put
that soft shit out
We
there.
out of here, y'all. Let us know what y'all think.